Today I'm reviewing the Panorama XL RTX 5080 gaming desktop with an Intel 20-core Ultra 7265KF processor, 32GB DDR5 RAM, a 2TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD, and liquid cooling, running Windows 11 Pro with a 3-year support plan. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've been living with this desktop on my desk for real daily use, gaming sessions of varying lengths, creative work, browsing, streaming, and mixed workloads. This review reflects how it behaves over a regular week of use rather than just quick benchmarks. Let's set expectations clearly. This is not a tiny living room console or an entry-level budget PC. It isn't a minimalist office machine that's quiet and unassuming. What it is aimed at is a high-performance desktop that handles demanding gaming, productivity tasks, and heavy multitasking with consistency, and it packs a liquid cooler to manage temperatures under sustained loads. In practical terms, you feel responsiveness right away. With a 20-core Ultra 7265KF, multitasking and CPU-intensive workloads feel spacious. Everyday tasks load quickly, applications switch without hesitation, and heavier jobs like compiling large code bases or batch processing content don't grind to a halt. That responsiveness becomes obvious when you've done back-to-back workloads all day. In gaming, the combination of the RTX 5080 and this CPU targets high refresh 1440p and comfortable 4K gaming. Competitive titles at 1440p stay well above high refresh thresholds, and the smooth frame pacing matters more in actual matches than single frame peaks. For AAA games at 4K, you'll see consistently strong performance at high settings with occasional tuning depending on the title's demands. In everyday play, there aren't unexpected dips or stutters. Performance stays predictable and stable. Thermals and noise tell a practical story. The included liquid cooler keeps the CPU in check under sustained load. Temperatures hover in healthy ranges even during extended sessions, and the cooling system prevents sudden spikes that can push fans into high gear. Fan noise under load is noticeable but controlled, louder than idle but not distracting in a typical living room or desk setup. In lighter use, web, video, light work, the system settles down quietly. Memory and storage behavior is straightforward and unremarkable in a good way. 32GB of DDR5 RAM lets you run multiple demanding applications at once: editors, browsers with many tabs, communication apps, and background utilities, without hitting a wall. The 2TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD feels very fast in daily use. It's responsive from boot to loading large game worlds or expansive project files. You won't feel pressed for storage early on, and the extra capacity takes pressure off library management. Build quality and usability matter in daily life. The case feels solid and well designed for airflow. Cable management is clean enough that it doesn't interfere with cooling, and internal layout leaves room for future upgrades if you choose. RGB lighting is present but not obtrusive. You can tune it or keep it subtle, depending on your preference. There are honest trade-offs to acknowledge. Even with powerful components, this system isn't an ultra-compact ray tracing specialist for every conceivable scenario. For example, if your sole priority is maxed out 4K at the highest possible ray tracing settings in the newest titles, pushing every slider to the extreme will still make you consider the next tier up. That's not a failure so much as the reality of performance ceilings in current hardware generations. Also, a liquid cooler adds complexity compared to air-cooled rigs. It's effective, but there's a small maintenance and setup consideration that less complex builds don't require. In practical everyday use, though, it stays out of the way and does its job well. This desktop's positioning matters. Compared with entry-level pre-built gaming PCs, this feels significantly more capable across gaming and productivity. Compared with ultra-high-end custom rigs with bespoke cooling loops and exotic parts, it doesn't chase niche extremes. What it delivers is balanced power with thoughtful thermal handling and component synergy. This system makes the most sense for buyers who want a high-performance gaming and productivity desktop, plan to use high refresh rates and high settings in games, value responsiveness across workloads and future headroom, prefer a turnkey solution without hunting parts. If your priority is a tiny form factor or ultra-budget price, there are systems better suited. If you want the very absolute highest performance with exotic cooling and bespoke builds, custom rigs outperform this. But for a daily use powerhouse that handles games, content work, and multitasking without surprises, This setup lands where it should. From everyday use, the Panorama XL feels powerful and capable without being unstable or overhyped. What you experience is performance that matches its hardware in real use, measured, practical, and consistent. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.